and then you pretty proud of the way they fought back in it. They actually, almost gave themselves a chance. I think with one or two more breaks down the stretch, and maybe another 2 minutes on the clock, we might have had a shot, right? I mean, I don't know what else to say. It wasn't very pretty in the first half, and we got a little tougher and started executing the defensive schemes that we planned on executing in the first half. We started doing them in the second half, and it took us a long way.
Does it kind of, like with entering this contest, and you don't want to make excuses or anything, but does it kind of feel like sometimes the deck is kind of stacked against you a little bit? Because, I mean, with all the pieces you're missing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we continue to go into, we just aren't reeling anything back, right? It just seems like the list keeps getting longer every night, and that's not easy for anybody's mentality or psyche, but again, no excuses. Like there's some good players out there that need to play a heck of a lot better than they did, right? Yeah.
In that fourth quarter where you did, like you said, almost give yourselves a chance to win, a 34-19 advantage, the execution was mostly there, right? What can you take from at least the fourth quarter by itself and maybe propel you guys over these next few games to start getting people back?
Yeah, good question. I mean, listen, there's a couple things you're doing when you're getting your defensive game plan together, right? So there's certain schemes that you're doing as a team, and then there's certain things you're doing to key personnel, right? And pretty much the entire second half we did the right thing. Obviously there's some breakdowns here and there, and there was a couple loose ball rebound, that stuff's always going to happen, right, in the game. But for the most part, we had the schemes executed and our schemes on the key personnel executed in the second half, and that just enabled us to play in transition a lot more, right? We got a lot more up the floor baskets. We started putting our head down and driving it and getting in some layups and things like that. So, when we're coming down and they're laying it in, the whole first half we're coming back against a big, long, strong, athletic, half-court defensive team. And there just wasn't a whole lot good there. Now, I think that we came into the game with what I would consider a soft approach, because we took like 6 or 7 threes out of our first 8 possessions, right? Now, a couple of them were wide open. The one we made went up the court, swung to Kyle, swung to Kelly, wide open in the corner, bang. But there was a bunch of dribble up ones that we were at least moderately to heavy contested, right? And that's not good enough, right? Like you gotta play tougher than that. You gotta put your nose in there and drive it in the paint and try to get to the foul line or draw some defense and kick it out to somebody that's open, etc. So I thought both things started. We had a soft mentality on offense. We tried to jump shoot our way to a lead early, and you can't count on that. And then we didn't execute the defensive schemes. Not a very good combination. Kind of led to what's that say? I can't even read that, 30-something to 15. 30, that's a big number. I can't read it, but it's a 30 upwards, close to 40, right?
What what prompted the refocus in the second half? What did you see that kind of got everybody on the same page?
Well, again, I think, you kind of go in there at the half and you got a couple choices. You either you coaching staff, you do kind of your thing, you show them like, we talked about doing this, we walked through this is what we're not doing, like, and then show them a few other things, and you say you got your choice here. You either quit or you tighten up your shoes and you get out there and you start fighting. Yeah. And at least they tightened up the shoes and started fighting. Go ahead. That's all right.
Daryl has said that you particularly take the losses really hard, and obviously the last month has been difficult. How do you personally rationalize what is going on with this team without getting too high or too low?
Well, I at the start of all this, even before Joel's injury, when there was another minor bumps and bruises he was sitting out for, I was telling you guys that I'm in super evaluation mode, right? I want to see who can execute what we're going to need to execute, right? When we get our people back. I'm still doing that. I think I'm scrutinizing things pretty hard here, right? So that's the positive side of it. I'm learning a lot right now.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.